ハイパースピードメディア。
Yeah, I saw you on the top of the thing. Yeah. Love this car. Just tell me more about that one. I think specifically with the mounts and everything.
Okay, so this is a super bank. So instead of it being a battery, whereas a battery can generates its own power, this is only storage for energy. So it's not capable of generating its own energy. So you would want to use this in a car that has zero parasitic draw. So kill switch vehicle, like a track car like the guys over here. The benefits of that are, your track car sits for a long time. If it sits over winter, springtime comes, your battery's dead if you didn't keep it on a tender, and it's a pain. So this is good for 1 million engine starts. This is also a capacitor. So
with these batteries, you can leave over the winter and not even maintenance it? Just put it on tender?
No maintenance is required for these. So if you let this, it's not a battery, so it's just a capacitor. So it's energy storage. Right. So you put this in your car, you get it charged up, and you start your car. As long as you don't have parasitic draw, you can pretty much just let it die. You don't have to maintain it or anything.
How long the capacity? I mean, it holds the charge.
If you don't have any parasitic draw, 1 to 2 weeks. The longer you use it, it kind of gains it gets trained, so it holds a memory on it.
Okay.
So on his car over there, we actually ran a test on this one, and he has a lot to say about this. He was so excited about it.
Oh wow.
We swapped out his battery for this, got this charged up. He started this car, let it run for 3 minutes, turned it back off, started again, run it for 3 minutes. As long as you let the car run for a second, this is going to charge up. I don't recommend these for anything that has, like this car, the ND. I wouldn't put it in that. It's got too many electronics. It's got an alarm system, radio presets, all that stuff. It's not good for it. Do you do any competitive driving?
I do once in a while.
Okay.
Track stuff,
so
whatever.
Weight reduction wise, this is our best option for Miatas. So if you try to pick this up, this is quite a heavy battery. That's what comes factory in an NC and an ND Miata. So now try to pick this up. This is the lithium racing equivalent of that.
What? Look at this, 2 finger, 3 finger. This is insane. Wow.
So that's roundabout, that's 5 pounds. That is a real battery. That's not a display model or anything. We could throw that in the car right now. Actually, this ND right here is running one currently, and he's one of our sponsored cars.
Wow, that's cool. That's insane.
And this is, at least for this event, this battery is overkill. It's unnecessary, but it's awesome. It is the Godzilla of lithium batteries. It still weighs nothing. It's 8 pounds.
Wow.
As far as lithium goes, it's a little bit more unpredictable. Lithium titanate is more powerful, it's more reliable, and it's safer. And we have some of the only under-the-hood safe lithium on the market currently.
Oh, wow. And lastly, where can they find out more information?
4xspower.com, the number 4xspower.com.
All right.
What would you like to know about?
Tell us more about the manifold.
So let's start with right over here. So this is a 1.6 intake manifold, and I make adapter kits. Sorry, they're all over the place now. I basically make adapter kits which allow you to run a 1.8 throttle body, either an NB throttle body or an NA 1.8 throttle body on these manifolds. There's not a lot of options in terms of any kind of upgrades to 1.6s. This at the very least lets you go to a slightly larger throttle body. It also allows you to use a much nicer IAC valve instead of the archaic thing that comes on the 1.6s. So that is this.
And for that, do you have to extend the throttle cable?
No, actually I test fit it.
Really?
With this in this orientation. It all lines up. At least it did on the 2 cars that I test fitted on.
Wow. Now to tap it in there, there's 2. You have to tap the bolts.
You don't have to do anything.
Really?
I take what I do on these is These holes are for the 1.6, and these holes are for the 1.8. So what I wind up doing is rotating the throttle body just a little bit. I check this clears the head, and the throttle cable still aligns. It's enough to do. So there's no drilling, tapping, anything that you need to do.
That's the best solution so far.
The kits are 65. Yeah, they come with hardware and the adapter, so everything you need. And I include hardware for both the NB throttle bodies, which take some longer bolts, and the NAs, which all have the same size bolts. So that's all in the bag. This I made this so this can go up to 64 millimeter Skunk 2 throttle body. That's the largest one you can run, so this is fit for that. Now, you said you had to tap and drill. The ones that I tap and drill, so I am aware of the Flying Miata kits where you take a 1.6 throttle body and attach it to a 1.8 manifold, because they do that for their swaps. This is doing the opposite of that. So I wasn't aware that anybody sold these.
Oh, okay, maybe that was the case.
Yeah, so their kit you need to drill, tap two holes.
That's what I did.
Yeah,
because even the throttle cable didn't line up enough.
Yeah, and the reason why you have to tap and drill, because when you actually size, so these holes are the 1.6. The top two holes are almost perfect, but the bottom two holes are just a little bit enough to be a complete pain in the ass and not work together. That's why you have to put two other holes in order to make it work.
100%. Yeah, it was a pain. But what about that? Because I think people want to know about that.
So this, I offer services. I offer kits, but it's mostly a service to adapt a Honda B Series intake manifold to either a NA8 head or a 1.8 MB head.
And for the guys that don't know, what's the benefit of doing that?
So the benefit of doing that is, one, these manifolds have very nice straight runners that are very well matched to a 1.8. It gives you a very beefy plenum, very large plenum. But to me, the biggest benefit is that you get to run Honda accessories like this Honda throttle body. Just to give you a size reference, NA, what's stock on there versus there. So you have 56 millimeter versus 70 millimeter. The largest you could even buy for a Miata is a 64 millimeter, so that's that much larger. For price reference for this manifold, so my kit altogether with the welding adds up to about $260. This manifold, this donor manifold from eBay, with the throttle body, with the sensor, was about $220. You also need the IAC, that's about $40. Altogether, this manifold comes out to be right around the $500 mark. Comparing it to the competition, something like the Skunk 2, you have $400 for the manifold there, plus another roughly $400 for the throttle body.
Get the spacer.
And you need to get a spacer if you choose to do that, but you're in the $800 ballpark while you're in the $500 ballpark with this. And you get a much larger throttle body and a much more reliable IAC valve.
That's great.
All right, so this year I've got the full coverage of all NA and NB standalone ECUs, plug and play. Covers everything from your 1.6 car to your VVT or MSM car. All the ECUs are basically the same board with different pinouts for the different chassis. This offers us the ability to support you with VVT, knock, flex inputs. We have features like onboard wideband controller. We have features like electronic throttles. My personal project at home is an NB2 with electronic throttle electronic ITBs from CBR. So that'll be coming out pretty soon.
Electronic ITBs?
Yeah, electronic.
Oh.
Yeah, I've already validated everything and bench tested everything. So next step is bolt them on and start driving. So that's been a really cool thing that I've wanted to do, and I'm doing that. And so yeah, and we're debuting a can gauge this year. The baseboard kind of looks like this guy here, and this is our vent mount that we offer. It does 1, 2, or 4 different messages displayed at the same time. So anything that the ECU puts out on the CAN bus, we'll be able to see it. You can configure it to however you want.
Very nice.
When we launch it, it'll be about $125 with You know, so you know we need.
Is it possible to get that to fit in the gauge for the
oil pressure?
Is it the oil pressure? Yeah.
Yes.
It's one around there.
So ours is a little bit big for that. So what I have done on my personal car, on my NB, is I mounted it just as the board. In place of the oil pressure sensor. It fits right in there, and being that it's a black PCB, it still it hides it. So I'm very interested to see if people get one and see how they approach that. Because that would be very interesting, because that is a great place for it. And if you were to add an oil pressure sensor that goes to the ECU, the ECU would broadcast your real oil pressure instead of your not dummy so real, your dummy oil pressure. It would actually be able to display that for you as well.
Very nice.
Yeah. Wow. So
exciting stuff. Lastly, where can I find you?
Where can you find me? BeerMoneyMotorsports.com is the website for purchase. If you want, and you can also contact me through there, or Beer Money Motorsports on Instagram and Facebook. So, yep, that's where it is.
Thank you. Howdy. Where did you go?
Huh?
Where did you go?
My car is still broken. Can't do nothing.
Did you talk to? Did you talk to Alex about the ECU?
No, actually, I forgot to ask him about ECU. I bought some seat brackets.
Why are you looking for seat brackets when you gotta
I wasn't. They were right in front of me.
Yeah.
Are you ready? I apologize. You will actually be able to hear everything I say this time.
Come here for a second.
Welcome to the raffle.
Are you gonna win this? Well, Mom's not here.
I am not going to win any shift.
Does anybody have an alternator at all?
Are you kidding? How are you doing? Huh?
This connection.
Yeah, it's a different one.
There we go. I love this place. Exactly the year we wanted. You know, nobody expects to have power out for 3-ish days, whatever. I can't do math. I went to college and I can't do math. Like I said, this is not what anybody wanted, obviously. But I've been calling my wife at home, and I keep telling her that, quite frankly, this could not
all it takes
went better than I could have ever possibly imagined under the circumstances.
Last year we drove this car out. It was just me and Keith out here. This year we trailered out 2 cars, all this stuff. And the rest of us flew out. We cheated, but it was a nice drive, and it's been so much fun. We love this show, man.
Went to Miata Motorsport first, right?
What's that?
Miata Reunion first.
Yeah, we were at the Miata Reunion last year, and then I drove this car up here, and they came up here, and they've been here all week, and I've been driving around Nashville and up to the Dragon and stuff. So.
Luxuries.
Well, I just want to say hi. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. Good to see you. Glad you made it, man.
Yeah.
We got another waterproof blanket, another retro blue shirt, and from Kid Free Tees, that's Jeff and Bonnie Doping.
How much you spent?
So initially I bought 40, but they had a deal for $100. You get 125 tickets. So I was like, hey, I sold a set of wheels. So I was like, hey, can I give you 60 more? What was that number? In total, I have like 150 tickets.
Wow, you got a good chance.
Now we got yellow number.
Yeah.
868-914.
So, a while back I was able to pick up an extra PS5. I already had one, but Amazon offered me another one, so I figured I might do a giveaway online, and then Meows the Gap came up. I know they're doing raffles, so I figured, hell man, I'll sell some tickets and just kind of break even, which I did. I made a little bit more, but I thought it'd be something cool. I did a vinyl wrap on it, which was basically the graphics shown here on our hats, which I kind of just did for this year's This year's theme. Yeah, I did like this summer great wave sort of thing. But yeah, we're gonna raffle it up here in just a little bit, and I hope it goes really well.
Not only the wash bucket.
Is it a sneak peek or no?
A sneak peek?
Yes.
I mean, I gotta break it out here at some point. I could probably do it now. Got a whole table here. Shoot.
Yeah, we gotta see it.
It's a little wet, FYI.
It's a little wet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That's sick.
Are you guys having a good time?
Oh,
All right.
nice. Look at that beauty.
Okay.
Hey, this is Dustin with Dustin Motors. I'm out here at Miatas The Gap having a phenomenal time. Lucky enough to bring out one of my 2 cars. I brought 2 out this year. This one is my drift car. Had a lot of differential problems coming in, have an alternator issue right now, but nothing stopped me from getting on the Dragon, hitting Moonshine, and coming out here, having an amazing time with everybody. Swapped about 3 diffs so far. Tons of fun. Instagram's Dustin Motors, if I didn't say that. That's where you can see all the live stories, all that stuff. I actually have a pin story right now for all the trials and tribulations that we've gone through so far. It's a good glimpse into the eyes of what it takes to become someone that's hitting the tongue. Got a lot of good night runs in. During the day it's a little bit slower, but better for photos. But this is my 1990 Mazda Miata, 1-stick, stock as could be, besides tires, brakes, and it's got cut knuckles. It's on BC coilovers, 5X Racing shift knob in there, and their bronze bushing, which if you have not purchased for your Miata, it is a must. They're not a vendor out this year, but they'd love to have come, but they're down in Florida with the kids. So
you said you cut your knuckle?
It's a cut knuckle and welded, yes sir.
Yeah, can you show me a demonstration how
absolutely.
Much turn
so this is a manual rack right now.
Right.
And we're gonna get right on that beer. We might even knock it over.
Wow.
But that's the kind of angle you get on cut knuckles.
Right.
Stock Miata is not even close to that. You're looking about something close to that.
Right. So explain for the audience that don't know what that means. Why you would need that for drifting?
Yeah, so in drifting you're looking for an angle. Unfortunately, Miatas are a very snappy car. If you're not going in a straight line or keeping certain degrees, anything where you're sideways, that angle is going to cut, and now you're going to start steering the wrong direction, understeer or oversteer, and rotate. With drifting, obviously you don't want to be doing that. You want to keep close to the other car, have good proximity. That's what this allows me to do. Miata isn't my best drift car. I got a 350Z, but I do love the Miata. I own right now 7. They're definitely my favorite chassis that I own.
You own 7 Miata?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, I own 27 personally at one time at my house.
What?
Yeah.
You beat me. I thought I had a lot.
No, I was flipping them for a while.
Okay.
So parting down in Orlando, and basically the recipe was find them cheap, fix them for cheap, make sure they're solid, write a list of what needs to be done, turn around and make enough profit to where I can make my bills that month. And that's all I did for about 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and literally every single person I ever sold a car to was able to come back and get help, advice, parts for cheap. I just tried to make the community the best place it could be.
Well, you're doing that. You're saving Miatas.
Yeah. I mean, some of them need to get parted. Unfortunately, we can't save every chassis, but as you can see with Alex Todd over here, he's making a lot of Miatas whole that haven't been. Parts fail. Mazda is one of the only companies that really comes out and has a lot of OEM, old stock or new stock created, but there's certain things they don't manufacture, and certain things cost way too much, like a hardtop is $5 grand from them. So, you know, it's one of those things.
So, one more question.
Yeah.
About your diff. So, you said you explained what you start off with. Welded diff, is that what you said?
Yeah, so I actually started originally with an open 1.6 that I welded. I've gone through 18 of those in about 3 years. They break really easy, the pinions break with that hard shuttering and stuff. The 1.8's the stronger one. I went through a 1.8, unfortunately. It was on the end of its life. I welded it up. Sounded like an F1 car and exploded on me. Jace at Miatas and more, lucky enough, down in Orlando, if you need anything, he's the guy. He loaned me his diff the day before I had to leave so I could come up here and enjoy the time.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, the difference between the welded diff
and a VLSD or an LSD?
Or a Torsen and a Torsen.
Yeah, so there's a few, obviously. There's the Fuji style, there's the VLSD and the 1.6, there's the Torsen. Those are LSDs, which allows for limited slips. When one tire over-rotates, what it does is it locks up and allows both tires to spin. With a welded, you're actually welding those gears together so they rotate in the same rotation. So that's when you hear someone chirping when they're turning a little bit in the hallway. That's what it is.
And you're wearing tire unevenly.
Yeah.
When you have a welded diff.
Yeah, you do, but what's funny is you're spinning the tire and you're not really worried about tire life.
True.
Smiles per gallon. Smiles per gallon. Yeah, man. It was good talking to you, man.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So Allie from AWR, family-run business. This is your first time making it to Miatas the Gap. What are your thoughts?
I love it. I'll be back every year.
You heard it here, folks. AWR is going to be back every year. No, in all seriousness.
It's been amazing. I love meeting the people, meeting our customers who have been customers for 20 plus years now, and our distributors. It's been awesome. I love it, and I love the new customers as well.
Tell about the company.
Okay. We're family owned. We've been in business since 1995. High performance products for Mazdas and Fords. Everything's made in the USA, TIG welded in-house, lifetime warranty on all of our products.
Yeah, and you guys came a long way. You came all the way from California, San Diego, right?
San Diego, yep, San Diego, California. But I love it here, and I would move here.
Do you want to move here now?
Oh, yeah.
Did you experience dragging and all that stuff?
I did. In a rental car. Next year I'll bring out a car, but it's great. It's beautiful. It's a fun road.
Great. Were you at, yeah, you were at Miata reunion too, right? Well, all you guys were.
Yeah, we both made it to Miata reunion at Barber. So it's been a long trip for both of us. We've kind of tag teamed and a lot of teamwork.
Crazy week, yeah. But it's been so much fun, and this is NAP, our sponsor, or one of our We're not sponsoring. Sorry.
It's been a long week, folks. I'm sorry.
Okay. We sponsor NAP Motorsports. They're awesome. Subscribe to their YouTube channel. Great content, good knowledge, and awesome builds. So definitely check them out.
Awesome. Best motor mounts in the business, AWR.
Thank you so much.
Boom.
And sway bar.
Sway bars.
You know the funny things? I didn't know nothing about that until you guys made the video.
Really?
I didn't even know that existed. I would have. When I was building my car, I would have put that on. I just didn't know.
Yeah, you guys have really cool sway bars as well, and end links.
Yeah.
Your sway bars, they have like built-in like stoppers, so you don't even need those like additional stoppers on there. Go check them out online.
Yeah.
Great products, family-owned business.
Thank you. Roll cages. We've done the MX-5 Playboy Cup Series roll cages, Skip Barber Racing School. Lots of history. So
Adam Carolla's Nissans are refabbed by them. How cool is that?
They are by my dad. But shout out Tony.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, guys.
You got
Appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Amy from Miata Gear, and this is my first year at Miatas at the Gap, 22. And I've been doing Miata Gear for a few years now online. So this is my first vendor show, and I'm super excited to be here. There's so many Miatas, it's so fun. And so we sell all kinds of Miata knickknacks, keychains. We got Miata earrings, candles, and of course, accessories for the Miata itself, like cup holders, organizer pouches, shift boots, and e-brake boots. So pretty much anything you need for your Miata, we got it.
And I have to say, you made a custom patch for me too.
Yes.
That I love. So you make like lots
we have
of
all kinds of like custom patches. We can do like, these are like little iron-on patches. They're super cute.
Yep.
We have little mini ones that are, you know, you can go on your polo shirt or hat.
Yep.
So we have all sorts of items, and we're coming up with new items all the time.
Great. And talk a little bit about Joel, because I met him briefly, but yeah, I met him. We talked a little about the Miata pins and stuff like that.
Yeah, so Joel was a super, super nice guy. Everybody loved Joel. He was so eager to help anybody who needed help. He's from New Jersey, and we did a couple joint vendor things in the past, and so I offered to help sell his keychains last year, and he said, well, you know what, I'm terminally ill, and so he asked if I wanted to take over his business, and I said, absolutely, I'll help you out. And I'll keep the legacy going. And so I have a little tribute to Joel. He passed in May this year of cancer. So it's kind of a bittersweet transaction, but I'm happy to keep his legacy alive and going strong. So
thank you so much.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to see a video of Joel, he's in one of my video at New Jersey Miata meets.
Yes.
So, and this is the man. All right. And where can I find you one more time? MiataGear.com, and we also have an Etsy store. Just search up Miata Gear and you'll see all of our things. And for the car pins, it's carpincollection.com. So there's enamel keychains of Miatas and lapel pins. Yo! I was looking for you.
I was looking for you. So, Edgar.
What's up?
Your first time at a Miata at the Gap. Tell me your experience.
Dude, it's a blast. Minus the rain, it's a blast. Mountains, curves, going as fast as you can. Really good, even though I got a ticket, but.
You got a ticket?
Yeah.
Oh no!
For going 56 on a 30 on a curve. But it's all right.
How much is the ticket?
I don't even know yet.
Did you have to go to court or?
No, they told me I could pay and they just told me don't crash, that's all.
Oh yeah,
so,
the cops here are used to that.
Yeah, I know, so it's all right.
Well, yeah, so let's talk a little bit about your car. And unfortunately this year, the Rotary didn't work out?
Did not, no.
Okay.
Next year maybe I'll tow it, but
okay.
Not this year.
Dang,
no.
I really want a Rotary too.
Yeah, I know, same here. It would have been fun.
Yeah, and it's unique.
Yeah.
You can get to the Mazda family. It's unique. Well, let's check it out.
Okay.
Anything different? Or?
Not really, just the whole S2 racing front, upgraded control arms, upper control arms, V8 Roadsters rear control arms. I do not know the brand on the upper control arms.
You did get the subframe from VH.
Yes, it's actually right there.
Oh wow! So the whole crew is here.
Yeah.
And you just picked this up. And just gonna. What if it rains?
That's what we're hoping. That's not gonna happen.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we'll figure that out when that happens.
It's a common thing here, though.
Yeah, I know.
It's a common thing here, though.
We just won't stop. That's all.
Just if you go fast enough, you won't get wet.
Yeah, that's basically what we've been doing.
All right, so yeah, I love your car.
Thank you.
This is the car. And
it's a little dirty, but that's all.
Out of New Jersey Miatas, is that your group is the only guys that came, or?
Yes.
I've been trying.
I did see another guy that came by himself. That one right over there. He came from New Jersey. He's from New Jersey Miatas also.
Right. So I tried many years to try to invite people over from there, but nobody came. So then I just kind of start coming alone. Right?
Yeah.
So, but I'm glad you guys came. I hope you had a lot of fun.
Well, my name's Steve Flores. I'm from the Charlotte Miata Club. Well, this is my ND.
So what did you done to her? There's a lot going on, and we can see the intercooler poking out of there.
Well, there's a BBR turbo kit in there.
What exact BBR? Because this is a special one.
Well, it's not a flying Miata one. This is directly from BBR with no cats in them, so.
It's less restricted. Actually, it's not restricted at all, right?
No restriction at all whatsoever.
Wow. So, but it does have a test pipe and then a muffler. Is that what it is?
Actually, has a full exhaust JDL auto design.
Okay, but it just doesn't have a cat.
That's right.
So it's probably pretty loud too.
That's actually very quiet.
Really?
Yeah. It's
okay.
It's resonated with double mufflers. I mean.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Now, let's talk about the exterior first, and then you'll get into the engine. So, tell me what's going on. You got the lip and everything.
Well, I got part of the Veris engineering catalog. So I mean, you got the front lip, the canards, and the hood louvers.
Nice.
For the side, I got the RK design fender vents. There you go.
It looks really good, and I like the Panda look. Right? More like, and this is a club edition. I just noticed, right?
Yes, it's club
it is a club. Oh wow, great. Now let's just go to the back, because it looks so sport. It looks so good, and it's the RF, and I love the wing and all that good stuff. Let's talk to me about the wing and the diffuser and all that stuff.
Well, the diffuser came from, well, they call it the rally backer. I wanted to go for an aggressive look. The wing, this is a really specific wing. This is actually from MATG. This wing allows you to actually retract your roof, providing you enough clearance to actually enjoy your retractable fastback.
Oh wow, you're right. I should notice that. So everything opens and it doesn't hit nothing, right?
Not at all.
Nice, very nice. That's great, and it looks nice. It looks like perfect. It looks almost like OEM if OEM made a wing. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
It looks really good. And then you got the diffuser going on there too. Pop the hood. I do like the fender vents.
So I got a red interior as well. So.
Very nice. That was a special option?
This is what made me buy the car. I mean,
the interior?
On top of it being a club sport, when the first time I actually looked inside of it, I said, "Yep, I'm taking this." I mean, I saw the red seats.
It's flashy. It's like, I love the little accent like that.
Well, there you go. I mean, I'm a sucker for top mount turbos. As you can see, I got a turbo blanket. I made couple changes apart from what BBR does.
Yeah, so the piping, old school HKS?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, I love the HKS sound. That's great. And you said you're running about what, 8 PSI?
7.
7,
Just
okay.
playing it safe.
Is that wastegate?
No, it's a electronic boost controller.
Okay, and what are you using to tune that?
That would be Excocet.
Excocet, okay.
It's tuned by Fab 9.
Tuned by Fab 9.
So Miatas at the Gap 2022, it's a place where you can make new friends, bring friends, talk about cars, drive super nice roads, go out to lunch, have a great time. This time I got reinforcements, which is great. I'm having a good time. Shout out to Miata Club of South Florida. Come and check out our Facebook page when you can. And definitely see you next year, 2023, Miatas at the Gap.
Miata at the Gap, first time here. What a great event. I love the roads. This is the kind of event that brings people together and allows you to connect with your car. It's really awesome. Great roads, great people, great event, great venue. I love it. Come back next year. Hey.
Please subscribe to Hyperspeed Media YouTube チャンネル。
I guess
Sure you want this guy to pull you? He's been saving me. He saved me all weekend, so.
We'll try him first.
All right.
The rest.
Fucking send it. Rip it, bump it now. Good start. Whoa! There we go. Fucking did it.
You got it?
You got it?
I thought it stalled for a second.
What's your channel so I can watch this shit later?
Hyperspeed meter, like back here.
Hyperspeed meter.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of
What
that.
taillights are those? You make those?
Yeah, it's all custom. All the lighting's all custom.
I saw your shit up at the Dragon a couple days ago. I was like, damn.
ハイパースピードメディア。